Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today we are going to continue with my ongoing real-time Sketch With Me mini-series. So feel free to grab your sketchbook or something to work on as you join me. I know when I had first started this series, I initially intended to make these really short, like 10-15 minute long videos, but for those of you who have been watching the previous videos, you have noticed that I am well over that time limit and my videos have been much longer. And while I understand that that is ideal for some of you who truly want to have the time to kind of draw along with me, I know for others that's just too long of a video to be able to enjoy in its entirety. So today I'm going to try really hard to kind of keep this video under 15 minutes. So because of that, I went ahead and did the sketching and line art off cam, and today I'm just going to be using this Pentel Aquash brush pen to color in this piece. So this is my original character Denzyl. I have featured him many times in previous videos. He seems to be one of my more popular OCs, and we're just kind of going into this, I wouldn't say like Inktober mood. I know there's currently a lot of controversy about Inktober, and we are not really going to delve into that too much in today's video. But regardless of where you stand with just the whole controversy with Inktober, I feel like it's just this time of the year when it's become such a huge thing, and it's just something that a lot of people anticipate. So I've kind of been in that mood as well to just try to do more like ink type drawings. So today's video is definitely going to be on the more simpler side, in the sense that I'm literally just going to be coloring using this brush pen. And I know it's been some time, or at least for me, it feels like it's been some time since I last put out a video. I actually was not planning to put one out this week either, just because things have been incredibly busy on wards. I think I had mentioned it a little bit when I was talking in my previous video, where I'm kind of on this really long string of just inpatient wards at the children's hospital. So the hours are really long and it's just very draining. And I'm just really excited that I am entering my last week of wards. And then I will be done, at least from the children's hospital perspective. I will still have wards on the adult side with the adult hospital, but it's just really nice to be coming to a close, because 2 months has been a long time. And I feel like I've definitely learned a lot, but I'm kind of ready to have like a little bit of a break. So that's where I am right now. I've been on the COVID team for this entire block, so it's 4 weeks of being on the COVID team. However, thankfully we have not had any COVID patients, and a lot of them are actually just here for psych exacerbations, which is understandable given that this pandemic has been going on for a long time and stress is running high. So it's almost expected that we have a lot of psych cases currently on our floor right now. But anyways, I actually went ahead and kind of impulse bought the Race colored pencils that I was contemplating about in my previous video. I figured it would be nice to just get them to try, even though I mentioned that I do already have like 3 Race colors and a colored lead for my mechanical pencil, but I thought it would be just really cool to have that like pencil, like actual pencil type of feel sometimes when I'm sketching. So I went ahead and got it. It's the 24 set on Amazon and it's only like 12 something, so I feel like it's pretty reasonable. Hopefully I will enjoy them and make more use of them. I know this month has been really busy for me, but from the art community perspective, September is usually also called Sketchtember, which I know is kind of like a nice way to ease into Inktober, kind of get the habits going with trying to draw and sketch something every single day. So I feel like just this time of the year in general in the artist community is just very big on daily challenges, and whether or not that is something that you participate in, I think it's still nice to have that kind of mindset around this time of the year where it's like, okay, I'm gonna set art goals for myself and try to draw more often or draw more consistently to try to build upon my current art skills. I personally don't think I will be participating in any kind of art challenge anytime soon, just because work has been incredibly busy, but I think it's just nice to have that kind of mindset that it's like, okay, I'm going to challenge myself and try to make my art improve over the course of a month. And especially with October, there are so many different art challenges. Obviously, Inktober is kind of like the really big one, but I know there's also like Drawtober or OC Tober, and just a lot of like daily or weekly drawing prompts, which I think is really neat. But let me know down below in the comments if you guys plan on doing any kind of art challenges for either this month or the upcoming month, or just overall what you guys have been up to. I know I'm going to keep my eye out on the timer, make sure that we are not going to go over that 15-minute mark. But I think in terms of moving forward with this video series, so after this week of wards, I will get 4 weeks of an outpatient setting, and I will be doing development, which to my understanding, it's just kind of working in a clinic and meeting with patients who may not be meeting their developmental milestones. So from a pediatrics perspective, it's important that when kids go for their annual well-child checks, that the pediatrician kind of sees where the child is in terms of their growth and their development, and try to address or recognize any issues that might be hindering development, or if the parents have noticed like, oh, my child is not meeting their developmental milestones. And so I think the development clinic that I will be going to kind of works with these kids who have been identified as having maybe certain delays in certain milestones, and then just kind of gauging their progress as they grow older, and any interventions that may be needed to make sure that they can be as on track as is possible, to make sure that they're kind of just growing developmentally as well as physically. And then after that, I will be doing 4 months over at the adult side, and that is probably when I'm gonna just fall off of this channel, just because it's going to be 4 months of wards. So it's going to be really long hours at the hospital. I'm going to be incredibly tired and drained. So if I disappear for the next few months, just be aware that it's because of that. I am hoping that even if I'm not able to create videos for this channel, that maybe once in a while, if I'm in the drawing mood but just not in a mood to create like full-blown videos, maybe I will just host something on Instagram Live. So if you guys are interested in that, I always post links to my other social media accounts down in the description below if you guys want to check that out and join me over there. Usually when I do Instagram Live videos, that is over the weekend, because that's usually when I'm off. So it will be interesting once I go over to the adult side, because they follow a 6-in-1 schedule. As I've mentioned here, in the children's hospital, when you're on wards, you follow a 12-in-2 schedule, which means you work 12 days in a row, you get 2 days off, then you work another 12, and so forth. Whereas at the adult hospital, you follow a 6-in-1 schedule, which which means that you work 6 days in a row and then you get 1 day off, work another 6 days, and that's how that schedule works. And I could definitely see the pros and cons of both. I think because I've been doing this 12 and 2 schedule, I actually have surprisingly tolerated it a lot more than I thought I would, because the idea of working 12 days in a row is just a lot. And it's incredibly draining, especially when you're like in that second week and you're just like, oh my goodness, I can't wait for the weekend to come. But I also like it because you get 2 days off instead of 1. So usually like that first day I will just spend doing like errands and chores and stuff. And then on that second day I get to really enjoy myself. I have more free time because all of the chores are out of the way. So it's nice from that perspective. And then with doing a 6-on-1 schedule, obviously it's ideal because you're not working 12 days in a row. You're just working 6, and then you get to have a break. But then you only get 1 day off, which I feel like can sometimes not be enough to feel refreshed, because if you need to do your chores, then it's like, oh wow, like I spent most of the day doing that, and then the following day you have to go back to work. So it will be interesting adjusting to that kind of schedule. And I think right now I don't mind the 12 and 2 schedule, because it also means like more patient continuity, because I'm on service for a longer period of time. So it's not like every weekend I kind of lose that continuity and have to play catch up on Monday trying to figure out, okay, what happened to my patients over the weekend? Like if I'm on for 12 days and it's a 2-week rotation, then it's like, wow, I'm on service for that entire time. And then the day that, or the weekend that I get off is when I'm done with the service. All right. And it looks like we are at 12 minutes, so we are almost done. I'm just gonna add some extra shading now that some of this ink has dried to give it more detail and depth. I don't know my vocabulary when it comes to art terms, but I want to add more details just to give it more like oomph to it. But yeah, let me know how you guys have been doing. I know at this point I think most schools have resumed, whether it's live classes or online classes or kind of like a hybrid and a little bit of both. But I hope that you guys are doing well. If you guys have been doing anything exciting, let me know what you've been up to. Okay, just gonna add a little bit more shadows over here. And I've also realized that when it comes to filming, it's easiest in terms of camera setup to have me film the drawing that's on like this left side of the page rather than the right. That way I could rest this tripod on the table rather than trying to put it on top of the page if I were to like film the right side of this 2-page spread. And also, as I've always mentioned in my videos, I'm always down for feedback. So if there are certain things that you want to see differently with this series, definitely let me know and I will try to incorporate those changes as best as I can, because not only is this something enjoyable for me to do, but I also want this to be something that you guys enjoy watching. So let me know if you have any suggestions for improvement or things that you would like to see more of or less of in future videos. And we're almost done. All right. I don't know if I want to add shading to the skin, just because there's very minimal control of like how light or how dark I can make this. So I think we'll just leave it at that. Let me just color in the eyebrows real quick and then we will be done. All right, and there we have it. right at 14:53. So technically this is now finished, but I will just do a quick pan of just the details so you guys could see. But thank you again for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and definitely feel free to leave any questions, comments, feedback, all of that down below in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!